Yes. Oh, you need a Tesla collection. Yes, we're going to do it right away. Of course, we're on it. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are starting this series and you're going to watch me design a Tesla collection. We had to break it down in a few videos because developing a collection can take over 6 months. We are going to squeeze that into a few videos so you understand all the steps that you need to go through to make a cohesive and really special avant-garde collection. This is video number 1, so let's walk into your fashion studio. So Tesla is an American electric vehicle and clean energy company based in California. We are browsing the website and I just love the Cybertruck. Love the Cybertruck. I am looking for inspirational images that indicate shapes, silhouettes, textures, colors, basically anything that triggers my imagination to come up with new ideas for designs. I want to save some images, side views, front views, inside, in motion, basically anything that helps me develop the ideas that we are going to do on sketches. So every time I look around, I just save a screenshot, which we'll later be using for our further videos on creating this amazing collection. I just want to notice that images and videos and inspiration can trigger certain moods and attitudes too, not just colors, silhouettes, or textures. So that's why we are saving this video as well, because as it moves, it looks so dynamic and so modern. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla was founded in 2003 by a group of engineers who wanted to prove that people didn't need to compromise to drive electric, that electric vehicles can be better, quicker, and more fun to drive than gasoline cars. This opens up our possibilities of exploring non-traditional materials as well, not just fabrics. And I am already imagining that shapes and silhouettes and cuts will be completely out of the ordinary. Let's move on to sourcing our first fabrics and materials. I'm going to move to Mood, which is a very popular fabric sourcing website for designers. And I must mention that for the purpose of this video, I am going to stick to sourcing everything strictly online and doing some screenshots to help me show you what I am saving in terms of images or materials. In real life, I want you to understand that I would already printed out images because we're going to work with them side by side with our sketchbook. And I would go to fabric stores, not just source online. I would order swatches of everything that I am marking as interesting here. Since this is a collection that we are doing as an instructional kind of form, we are not going to purchase swatches or source fabrics locally. In a further video, yes, we will compare receiving swatches from the top fabric sites, because I've noticed that sometimes I order and I don't get as accurate of a color or texture as seen on the images presented, so that's a great video to look forward to. So far I am looking for shimmering or reflective types of fabrics with nice drape. Also, I am looking for a good structure. I liked so far a crepe back satin with some shimmery kind of detail, and I am looking for some texture like a brocade to see if that works with this collection. When sourcing fabrics for a collection, you have to understand that it takes time. You need to read the composition of each textile. You need to receive the fabrics in your hands, touch them, see how they react together with other fabrics in your design. It's important to do some samples, but again, for the purpose of this video, we are just going to do this digitally. Ooh, I love this brocade. It immediately indicates like futuristic kind of the moon. it indicates that, so I'm saving it. I usually save everything that I see as interesting. Doesn't mean that we're going to use it. So please know that you are going to save a lot of images of fabrics and stuff that you might use and might not use. Here's another interesting metallic brocade that I am saving. Once I got a nice view of heavier fabrics like the brocades, I am moving on to lighter fabrics. These are linings, interlinings, nettings, cotton voils, cotton gauze. So I am going to browse around to see some lightweight fabrics. We need different types of weights in our collection, so I'm going to save anything that I find interesting here. Since 10 years ago, neoprene has been in trend for developing dresses because of the shape you can acquire with it. It's a foamy material usually used for scuba diving suits. Now you can find it in an array of colors and laser cut and textures and thickness, so I think I should explore this material. I've personally done a few dresses with neoprene and the outcome has been amazing. It's just a matter of knowing how to work with it in terms of construction. You want to make sure you watch until the end of the video to see all the images that we save, because on the next video you will see how we use each of them to develop our designs. I find this reflective and silvery material very interesting. I am saving it. It is futuristic. Of course, we want to make sure this collection is avant-garde looking, but not costumey. That's very important to understand that level when you are designing high-end fashion. You need to separate what is a Halloween costume from a high fashion look. And of course, Tesla is a company which is focused highly on sustainability, so we want to look for faux leather. We do not want to look for real leather. I noticed that in my search I am leaning constantly towards the silvery material, like this awesome chiffon. I am going to save it, but of course during our development process we'll see and balance materials and colors and everything out. We can certainly add other colors that we can imagine and are not visible in the inspirational images, but the lines, the shapes, the silhouettes, and the mood needs to be present. This is a very interesting fact, and we will see how it comes to life in our development. Again, I noticed this silvery gray neoprene, but please know that it looks like fleece or this jersey sweatshirt kind of texture and color, so it is very interesting that it is a neoprene. So sorry, we are saving it too.
Alright, this wraps up video number 1, how to design a collection. On this occasion, we're doing a Tesla collection. Subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, we have tons of fashion videos coming your way. Bye bye for now.